I'm Nick Reese, and today on Nick Reese TV, we're going to talk about a surprisingly common predicament most small business owners find themselves in at one time or another. Let's get into it. Today's question is from Bridget in California. It reads, Nick, I've been a nurse for about 10 years, but recently I shifted out of nursing into personal training and weight loss coaching. In the past 2 years, I've lost 95 pounds and have helped several other full-figured women do the same. But I still can't help but feeling like a fraud when I promote myself online. I feel like my expertise isn't as legitimate because I'm still not where I want to be health-wise. What can I do to market myself as an expert, even though I'm questioning my own expertise? Bridget, thank you so much for writing in and giving us this question. First, congrats on making the huge life change and losing all that weight. Second, thank you so much for being brutally honest in this question. See, many men and women struggle with feeling like an imposter or feeling like a fraud in their business. You see, over the years, even my close friends have come to me and said, hey Nick, I don't know how to promote myself, or I just don't feel good about this because I feel like other people know more about my business than what I do. You see, this is actually pretty common. And in some psychologists call this the imposter syndrome. And while I'm not a fan of that, I'm going to give you 3 tips to promote yourself as an expert, even when you don't feel like one. The first tip is to be aware of the curse of knowledge. The curse of knowledge is the idea that once you understand something, it's hard to understand what it would be like to not know what you know. For instance, if you know a lot about fitness and someone asks you about how to lift weights, you just assume that everyone knows how to lift weights. There's a lot of people out there that don't know how to lift weights properly. Chances are, if you're feeling like a fraud or an imposter in your business, you're really just a victim of the curse of knowledge. The second tip is to understand your market better than anyone else. I always say that experts are able to answer their customers' questions before they ask them. This is the mark of a true expert. If you're able to understand your customers' questions and you can connect back into the reason that you started your business, it's gonna be really easy for you to feel centered and grounded again. Once you feel centered and grounded, if you market yourself from that perspective, it's gonna attract you the clients that you want and it's gonna show up in your communication. Focus on understanding your market better than anyone else. The third and final strategy is to know that your story can be your greatest asset. You see, Bridget, I took a peek at your website. You're not really sharing your story about weight loss. Sure, you said, I lost 95 pounds, but it's not quite the same to say, I made a transition out of nursing. I know a lot about health. And then I found this quick tip that allowed me to transform my entire life, lost 95 pounds, and I've been able to help women just like you get similar results. How much more persuasive is that than, hey, I lost 95 pounds. I also do weight training and weight loss coaching. Are you interested? It's completely different when you tell your story and establish your expertise in a way that connects with people with where they're at. If you've gone through an experience that other people have struggled with and you've come out triumphant, do not hide that. Show that fact loud and clear on your website. You've got this, Bridget. Now, if you have a question like Bridget's, venture on over to nicholasreese.com/contact and fill out the questionnaire form. I love answering your questions and I love creating a community of other entrepreneurs that know what it's like to struggle through these things. It can't always be easy to go to your friends and say, hey, I'm not feeling so comfortable marketing myself, especially if they're not in business for themselves. So if you have a question, I'm happy to answer it. Now, I have a question for you. Have you ever struggled with promoting yourself online? If so, I want to hear your story and how you overcame the struggle. If you haven't overcome the struggle, then let us know. I'm happy to help you work through it. Plus, if you want more tips on living an uncommonly good business and life, make sure you subscribe for email updates. All you have to do is enter your name and email and click Get Updates. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Nick Reese, and remember, whether you're a consultant, freelancer, or executive, you're not alone on your journey to success. Keep your head up and keep looking for tiny tweaks that get you massive results in your business. See you next time. Have you ever felt like a bug is gonna fly in your face?